Welcome back to 101 Sports. I'm now joined by the man who wishes he could play at Augusta just once, Paulo De La Feld. Paulo, welcome. Let's talk a little golf and the big-time Masters that just took place. I thought it was extremely entertaining. I want to get your first take on it. Even though we've already discussed Schwartzel earlier in the show, let's talk about Tiger and that whole story.
Definitely. The Masters is probably my favorite golf tournament of all the majors. Just
Sure,
every single year they find a way to make it tight towards the end. And yes, Tiger, I had really big expectations on Sunday for Tiger. He met them in the first round in the first 9 holes, and then completely fell apart in the back 9, which is not Tiger.
Yeah, see, I look at Tiger's round and completely caught fire in the first 9. You talk about 6, 7, and 8. He's 4 under on 3 holes, and 5 under on the front 9. And
that huge putt he holed on hole 9, which that par putt was so key for him, and that's the putts he makes all the time.
But it was more about the putts he missed on the back 9 when you talk about 12, a putt for par within, what, 3 feet, 4 feet?
Putts.
He lips that out, and then the eagle putt on 15, he lips out also. People point at that and say, Tiger sort of gave this tournament away, but you don't give a tournament away shooting a 67 on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. And it just shows us he's not yet confident with his game, but he's getting there. Because definitely that run he had on Friday afternoon and Sunday in the front 9 was definitely Tiger.
Yeah, he may be on his way back. He's not quite there yet. Little self-doubt. Let's also talk about the young guy who had the 54-hole lead, Rory McIlroy, gives it all away, shoots a 80 on Sunday. I mean, not the way he envisioned it happening. What sort of emotion this invoke in you? I was heartbroken.
I was definitely heartbroken. You see a guy play 54 holes perfectly fine, beautiful swing, timing.
Oh, gorgeous.
He had gone through with problems with his coach swing, but the way he was swinging the ball for the first 54 holes, I was definitely impressed. And just the way he was maintaining himself, really looked as if he had been there before.
Yeah.
And when he steps on the tee on hole 10 and completely hooks it up in the left in the cabins, I was like, uh-oh. He's in trouble.
I mean, that's the shot you can point to as the one that started the unraveling of the yarn for Rory McIlroy. I point a little earlier when Charles Schwartzel holds it out on number 1 from, I don't know, maybe 30 yards away. Yeah. And then on number 3 has an eagle from 150 yards away. And all of a sudden, Rory, that 4-stroke lead has vanished, and he's tied for the lead. That puts a little pressure on a 21-year-old. I mean, this guy's younger than I am. He's your age, so it's unbelievable.
And it's nice to see that the young players are coming up, replacing what the usual winners, Tiger, Phil Mickelson. Now you have names like Jason Day, Ricky Fowler.
Well, let's talk about these guys, Jason Day and Adam Scott, 2 Australians on the leaderboard, a bunch of young players. But let's talk about the international field. I think it was at some point that it was mentioned on the broadcast that all continents were on the leaderboard except for Antarctica, which, I mean, they don't play golf down there. So if there was a golfer from Antarctica, he might have snuck his way in there. How do you feel about the international field of golf nowadays?
It's definitely, I really enjoy seeing now, looking at the leaderboard, you definitely see more international flags than Americans. And it just comes to show you how much golf is growing international. Absolutely. Yes, you see Charles Schwartzel coming out of Ernie Els' school. So that shows you big-time players come back to their countries, set up academies, and they bring up these players that definitely come out to compete. Yeah. With Louis Oosthuizen winning last year, the British also part of.
How about that? South Africa has 2 of the majors back home with. You would have thought maybe Ernie Els, Retief Goosen. No, it's Louis Oosthuizen and Charles Schwartzel.
And definitely it's just nice to see that golf is growing as an international sport.
Yeah, no, I really like seeing that. I like seeing that on all platforms of all sports when basketball is really big and football is growing internationally. Great to see all those names up there. Yeah. Tiger and Bo Van Pelt, the only Americans on that leaderboard. Time for us to make our final break, but when we return, Christian will be back to debate on which playoffs we're most excited for. Stay tuned.